What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the low budget LCS. I think we've hopped in a bit of a time machine here because I feel like just about 24 hours ago, I found myself in this very chair joining with the very same LaChance. Welcome back.
We are running it back, baby. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Except for 30 minutes into the thing, in which case I will be replaced.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Bear will be joining us at some point. Did inform me a little bit ago that he forgot what time he got off of work or what time the series happened. Who knows? He'll be here at some point, and we'll do a little tag in, tag out action. But for right now, we got LaChance, and we've got a bit of a big matchup here in Financial D happening tonight.
Yeah, banger game about to be played out here in front of us. We have got the nice Narwhals versus high alert Nightmares. Little bit of something from your dreams, something from your nightmares, doing battle. I'm sure there's a sort of a good and evil parable we could take away from here. Not that either team is evil here. But yeah, it's going to be a great match. And less force, there's a lot of recognizable names in this match if you've been in the LBLCS for quite some time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for sure. You look at on the side of High Alert, you've got Banana Man, Clickbait God. They were longtime Serenity players. You got Dot85 and Necrotic Balrog, who I know were on, I want to say the High Alert Hijinks last season. The Econ team made the big jump up to Financial. And on the other side, you've got Very Frightening, Lil Deer. They've been around a super long time. And then one of my boys, Cryo, we over the summer played in a different league where you basically got drafted random teammates. And Cryo was a complete stranger heading in. Ended up being my mid laner, super chill dude. So yeah, I've got an affinity to both these teams. So I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show.
Yeah, truly just good folks. And speaking of the good folks, speaking of the players, Lil Dear Lilia subbing right now saying, I'm stressed. Thank you so much for the sub. Don't stress. Lil Dear Lilia, you've shown up for so many streams. You've earned some time in the spotlight here. And of course, also King J Blue subbing with Prime as well. Thank you so much. Any primers in the chat? Indeed. There are some. Also, Loki, Luffy, Pickle Hater. We got some usual faces. Sammy 2 Slaps, Full Metal. Oh, beautiful. The regulars flowing in.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
So we've got draft popping off soon, as I understand.
Yeah, looks like one of the Narwhals had to go AFK real quick. No specifics. They said Narwhals and two. So we'll maybe have a minute or two until they are here ready to go. But yeah, we were taking a little bit of a look at the standings of Financial D. And right now, High Alert Nightmares on blue side game 1, they're sitting in that second spot. They've got 4 series wins. And then on the Nice Narwhals, they're currently in the 5th spot, but they've got several series to make up, including this one here against the Nightmares. So still plenty of time left for them this season to kind of punch themselves up into the playoffs, and this would be a great point to start.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every week counts, but this would be a great time to start that drive, get yourself over the lip into the playoff seeding. Just because, why not? There's no better time. But I'm excited to see if they can pull this off. Now, Superstar in the chat has promised, this is verbatim, this is hard-hitting news, folks. Superstar has promised that this is going to be a 90-minute 400 CS farm fest. So buckle up, folks, because we are going to see really near perfect CS here, and maybe the longest game that has ever been on stream. So we're ready for it. Bring on that farming, Superstar.
Look, I'm a big fan of the farming. There's a time and a place. Like we watched a great series yesterday, and there was certainly a lot of fighting that was going on, but there was also in those early stages, it was pretty methodical. Just getting that farm, getting that CS, and then having those items for those big fights. So I'm a fan of that style of play. You know, it's fun every once in a while to watch the nonstop balls to the wall slugfest. But I believe that Superstar is the coach of the Nice Narwhals. So
Nice.
if they're saying that that's what they're going to be doing, I have to assume they're telling the truth.
All right, Loki's called me 100% as I was saying, and I was like, this math doesn't add up. 400 CS at 90 minutes is actually pretty bad. Pretty bad, folks. Again, I'm in silver 2, so just sort of at that point at the support of 400 CS. Okay, all right. So maybe that wasn't the exact right statement.
Well, I don't know about that, because I think if because a support typically gets like 1 CS a minute. I mean, I'm not the best at math, but I think for the support to get 400, they're gonna have to at least get like 2.
In a 90-minute game, everyone's been full build. For
Yeah.
like 40 minutes. Like, there's just I don't even know how you'd pull that off. It would have to be successive mutual aces. Who freaking knows? Cryo, who's in this game, says, Ra, I love Anivia. Of course, Cryo right now is at least in the top lane spot. Are they going to play Anivia top? Who can say? What's up, Rescued?
Yeah, I think there was a 65-minute game in Financial this season. But even that, I'm not sure how. Like, it had to have been some crazy, like, one team got the Elder, but then they lost the fight type of deal, or some crazy shenanigans for that long. But bold to assume support isn't farming from the get-go.
As an ADC that likes to play Ashe, sometimes I'm the support, you know? Which league is this? This is Financial. Not only is it Financial, let's get a little more specific for you, Prater. This is Financial Group D. We've got the 2nd seed versus the 5th seed right now. Nice Narwhals versus High Alert Nightmares.
Yep, Prater Zach, I believe the captain of Team Secret Lair over in Group A. Likely looking like they're going to be securing a playoff spot, so maybe doing a little bit of scouting. Of course, once you get to playoffs, that's where I don't want to say that's where the fun begins, but that's where all the groups kind of go wild, and all of a sudden you've been playing against the same group all season, and then all of a sudden you're randomly playing against a Group D team if you're in Group A, or B and C, or whatever. However the draw works out. So maybe just getting a little bit of eyes on some competition here.
Yeah, it's certainly phase 2 of the LBLCS experience is getting into that playoff tournament. And I love you too, Very Frightening. Very Frightening said they love me. Anyways, yeah, definitely an exciting part of being in any amateur league is going as far as you can in it. And yeah, excited to see what we've got for game 1. Again, I'm only here for game 1, so if this is a 90-minute farm fest, listen, I'm gonna do my best to make that entertaining for you guys at home. Which I have to say, a 90-minute farm fest would start to get really interesting around the 70th minute. That's my theory. Because that's when you start to wonder, how much longer can this go on for? And every minute that it does, every team fight that happens that doesn't end the game, I mean, you reach some heights there, I think. I hope we don't have to experience it, but maybe.
I think what would be interesting if the game went that long, as we are getting the update that the player is on the way, and actually I think just joined the lobby. You'd eventually get to the point where people start getting bored and they just start like, because they're probably sitting on like 10, 12K at that point, just kind of randomly like, oh, this fight, going Staircase Gauge didn't work. All right, I'm gonna sell it and buy a maw, and see how that goes.
Right.
Production is R. We will let them know and should roll right into draft here.
Beautiful. Let's not bring in Wings match the Yeah, Lachlan, I'm with you. At what timestamp do we blame the team's first draft? Okay, Loki, that's a great question. I think I start to think that something's up around the 65th minute. Honestly, around 60 minutes. If people aren't sort of leaving it all on the field, that's when I think we start getting into conspiracy theories. I think it's going to be super interesting in playoffs with how vast the item changes. Yes, playoffs are going to be in a new season. This is just sort of one of the side effects of being a league that, we aren't that company. And yeah, these teams are going to have to adapt on the fly. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to talk over draft. We are live and in draft, and this series is off to the races.
Yeah, a couple quick bands coming out. The High Alert Nightmares. They're familiar with Cryo's game. No Anivia, no Asol, of course. Bear was also a member of that team with Cryo, so maybe giving them the little inside scoop on his favorite picks. But he certainly has more in the wheelhouse. On the other side, we got the signature Banana Man Victor, the Senna taken away. You have to assume that is support Senna nowadays. You don't really see the 80 carry fasting Senna anymore. Last band coming out, going to be the Nautilus. A little bit of a support prio for the nice Narwhals and an instant Maokai pickup.
Yep, they grabbed it right away, and a Mumu coming in for Narwhals here. Well, they're hovering it. They're thinking about it. Mumu, pretty solid jungler. Very straightforward. Super strong.
Yeah, a Mumu locked in. Super, like I said, it's like sleeper strong. Because, you think of a Mumu and you think, oh, it's so easy. You just press R and lock everybody up. But you clear really quickly. You have a lot of like sneaky AP damage if you can hit those the bandage tosses. So I'm a big Mumu fan. We're assuming that is going to be currently in the jungle for Jurith. Could go support as well. We got the Jin picked up for the nice Narwhals, and currently an Ashe is the answer from the Nightmares.
Yes, absolutely. And seeing Jin locked in, I think this would be a good moment for me to slip in that I stole Baron earlier today with a Jin ult. And that was pretty cool. Doesn't have anything to do with this game, but found a way to get that in.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you weren't going to bring it up there, like, when was it ever going to be, like, casually brought up, right?
Of course. There's no way I don't bring it up, so. I do like Ashe as a response, though. I find Ashe super fun to play and very annoying to play against, and that ult is simple as anything. If Jin opens up with his, you can just slam an R right into his face, and pretty much puts the kibosh on that.
Yeah, got Ari picked up for Banana Man, another big pick of theirs, and currently the Lissandra going to be the hover for Cryo. You would have to assume they probably look to just pick the mid laner here since they have the counter pick available. You don't want to risk out getting anything else banned, and it is going to be the Lissandra picked up. I mean, maybe I'm biased as jungler, but I love Lissandra mid. Sets up ganks really easily, plays the team fight super well, and yeah, it's underrated damage, just like a Mumu.
Yes, absolutely. Going into second ban phase here. Let's see what these teams are going to take off the board to protect their interests. Aatrox.
Yeah, I think we'll see probably a lot of top lane focus. Clickbait God for the Nightmares, having a really good season. And then on the other side, you've got Rin, who fans may know as MXTI, longtime naughty top laner, has had many a good season. And there's a Renekton, so I'm assuming we'll be seeing a couple more top lane bans.
Yeah, certainly. There's Renekton, last ban for the Narwhals. What will they choose? What's your guess?
Poppy. I mean,
Poppy.
Poppy makes a lot of sense with the Amumu. I was gonna say Yone. I think Clickbait loves playing the Yone top, and it's actually gonna be a Morgana ban, so that's a takeaway from Little Deer in the support role. Now it's gonna be interesting here is both teams need a top and a support. So I'm curious what Nice Narwhals look to do. They could blind their support and then give Rin that counter, or they could keep him guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a pick's as good as a ban right here. There's the Karma being hovered, and that is going to go into the hands of Lil Dear Lilia.
Yeah, Karma has, can be pretty oppressive in the early stages of the lane. Late game, you have a lot of that shielding prowess, the speed ups. I think Karma, kind of fits a lot of the boxes you look for in the support role. Probably setting up for a pretty big carry on that 5th pick for the Narwhals. But we got 2 picks from the Nightmares to get through first. First, we're going to see the Dr. Mundo picked up blind for clickbait.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid, safe pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was running rampant a little earlier, this league season. He's cooled off a little bit, but that's not to take away his strength. He just went from being like the immortal god to a somewhat mortal god, which is still you're still a deity. No flack. Yeah, absolutely. Then we're gonna have our support most likely here, and it is going to be the Rel, giving them a little bit of engage, and there is so much CC on the side of the Nightmares.
Yes, there is a proverbial nightmare to deal with. Anyways, last pick coming in for the Narwhals. Let's see what they do. What rounds this comp out. Last pick is always interesting because you see the full shape of the field.
You're putting all your eggs in the basket, and it's going to be the Jace picked up into that Mundo for Rin. Chat was calling it out a little bit of, if they went something like the Gwen, which does good into Mundo, they might have been lacking on that AD department a little bit, and Jace certainly packs that punch.
Yes, he does. It's going to be interesting. By the way, predictions are live. Also, I'm Cuddle Bear. Thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low budget LCS. Yeah, what do you think of these comps?
I like both. I think that the Narwhals have the I'm just gonna let them know our game. I think the Narwhals have like the pressure to be at these objectives first, because you have a ton of that setup with the Lissandra, with the Amumu, but you kind of want to get that poke off, with the Jhin and especially that Jace Karma, because once the Nightmares decide that they want to go in, you've got a Rel with the Magnet Storm, you got the Maokai with the Twisted Tree Line R ability, you got the Ashar, the Ari Charm. There's so many ways that they can kind of like navigate the fights. And you want to try and like have it to where they're like not coming in at full strength. So I think my eyes are on the Narwhals here.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Yeah, there's just so much tanky, so much tankiness on the side of the Narwhal, or on the side of the Nightmares. And if they do get ahead, that is going to be really difficult to cut through. So we'll have to see, but angles of engage are going to be a really big thing in this game. Yeah, very true. Nobody to kill Mundo. That's sort of where my head's going is. Let's say Mundo starts to pop off. Whom do you place in that side lane to deal with that massive purple problem? Because I just don't know who that is. Can Jace assassinate him? If not, oof. Jace doesn't typically end up with a lot of health, so a drawn-out fight there. I don't know who's going to win that. But, obviously, there are solutions. How you manage your side lanes, whether or not you're not trying to kill the person in the side lane, you're just trying to manage them, or you can throw more people at them. Obviously, there's possibilities on the table. Yeah, we'll see. I like these comps, though.
Yeah, I definitely think
got that one before I did.
Yeah, had to quickly get him first and last message in the chat. No, I think it's just gonna come down to like the Narwhals are gonna have to, I think, kind of what's the saying you look for, like lay the foundation before those fights. You're gonna have to get those waves in a spot, push them out so that Mundo can't just push you down and like force that one-on-one, because I do think that unless the Jace or the Lissandra get ahead in like that pure one-on-one, I think they're gonna have a hard time killing Clickbait God. But you look at the team fights, Amumu does a lot of AP damage. I'm assuming they're going to be going like the Leandries, the Sunfire, and they'll do a lot of damage over time. Lysandra probably going to be building some, tank killing capabilities. So you have the way to deal with it in the fight. I think it's just a matter of like making sure that Mundo comes to those fights. And I've got a 10-second from my former captain, another great caster here at the low budget LCS, Zodiac.
Yeah, Zodiac gotcha. Yeah, I mean, if I am high alert nightwear, actually, if I'm nice Narwhals, one of the things I'm thinking of here, I'm just looking at these team compositions, and I'm thinking about like engage, and primarily in a game about objectives, what a team fight looks like if you are coming into an objective first or second. And I think there's a lot of CC on both sides that can be used to pin and trap a whole team in the pit, whatever that neutral objective is, to just a classic pincer movement. And if I'm nice Narwhals, I'm almost worried about being caught at these objectives, because I think your strength is going to be catching and pinning that Ashe in place, hopefully able to engage on her and eliminate her really fast. Whereas if Ashe is able to sort of like saunter up with her front line intact, and they don't have to be squished up in any pit on either side of the map, that's going to be a real problem.
Yeah, for sure. There are a lot of schmeckles being put on the line here in this game. We're up to almost 200,000, and Superstar. I'm assuming that just Supa is also Superstar. They are believing in the comp for the Narwhals. They are putting down some fat schmeckles here.
God damn.
We love it.
Zodiac says if Jin builds Duskblade, he wins the game. Just flat out, that's it. There's no other opportunity. And Zodiac, I hope they do. I want to see it. I want to see it in action.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50. We might see it. We might not. It's hard to say till we get onto the Rift. Well, it's not actually. I don't actually think Duskblade is. I think they took that out. It's so hard to keep track. They take out items so nilly-willy, and then they bring them back, and then they, introduce them as new items. Looking at you, Rod of Ages.
Oh, yeah.
Great item, but, I feel like it's been snip-snapped at least 2 or 3 times. But that's talk for another day. And not only is Supa putting a lot of schmeckles on the line, they are gambling their house. They're putting it all on red, on the red side, and we'll see how that pays off for him. Taking the Bigfoot school of thought when it comes to betting. Yeah.
Bet it all and bet often. And Supa, I gotta say, I love a coach that stands by their team. And listen, this game's gonna be real exciting for you to watch, because you have additional stakes outside of just flat out caring about your team and the people who you've been coaching. Now, Silver Spades redeemed a Bear fact with Bear. I've got this one. Don't worry about it. Here's a fact about Bear. Bear thought that this game started at 8:30. And then around 5 o'clock realized that the game started at 8. So my Bear fact is that because of that Bear fact, I'm here for game 1.
Yeah, our minds went to the exact same spot. Silver Spade, we've actually been seeing a lot of high alert members coming out in support. Cuddle Bear rescued. Loki's active in the community as well. So you love to kind of see that that org support, as we are going to be loading into the Rift here. Of course, yesterday there were some shenanigans. I did a little test before getting on the stream, and it let me in just fine. Again, knock on wood that didn't jinx it. But we are loading in here, taking a look at our skin game. Got some good ones. You've got the Corporate Mundo, you got the Hextech Amumu, the Meowkai. No Relskin though. I like Relskins quite a bit.
They do look pretty good. Yeah, last night you and I got like we streamed the last 2 functioning games. There were some series that had to be delayed because of how bad the servers were last night.
Even that, I think it was game 2. They got in and like one person could connect and the other 9 just like couldn't get into the game. So a little bit fortunate there. Zodiac, did you know that Bear pressed the button in Pico Park? I did know that because I played through the entire campaign of Pico Park with Bear, and some other people. I think it was 21 and him. He was, Pico Park's one of those games where you can be a lawful abiding citizen and help the team win, or you can do your best to be dastardly. And I'll let it be up to the Twitch chat as to which one they think Bear falls under. As we are on to the Rift here, game 1, and I guess we'll do a little quick time check, and then I'll hand it off to you for the play-by-play.
Perfect. I'm at 18 seconds, 19.
All right. Yep,
20,
all right, we are good.
21. Dude, I will say, if they can get Spectator to continue to work this good, I'm pretty psyched. Duck with the Gat. 2 best casters known around. Thanks for having such a cool name, Duck. All right. We have got a level 1, dare we call it an invade? Certainly an opportunity. Let's see if they can find an angle here. Cryo is just looking so delicious and delectable right there in the mid lane. Oh, they're going to go in. They're caught. They're seen. Scatter, everybody. Everybody runs away. But now they're going to try to invade. Now Dot is going to take an auto attack there. Good trade. Level 1s are always so interesting and risky, and there's so much on the line. Sometimes it's worth it. Just play risky. It's not like Supa has a lot of schmeckles on the line or anything.
Yeah, no, nothing to lose there, for sure. Ends up both teams just kind of get that ward on the enemy Raptors, which looks like both people are just going to start on the Raptors and say, hey, we know you're there, and kind of play that game of chicken.
Yes, indeed. Is Barrel a chance now? I certainly, yes, he certainly is. For at least, well, just for game 1. All right, yeah. So we're off to the races here. Pretty recognizable starts. We do have wards on the Raptors that the nice Narwhals were able to get in, so they will be able to track that Maokai just a little bit. Amumu's going to have a little bit more... Oh, no. Amumu was probably caught on that ward on their Raptors, actually. Level 1 advantage. No contact just yet.
Yeah, it's only a slight difference here is that Jareth did go for the Krugs before going to the red, so as far as like they're not having to go like as back and forth between their camps, whereas Maokai just did the Raptors all the way down, so looks like their clears are... Maokai's actually a little bit ahead here. The advantage of Maokai, he kind of had that little earlier AoE power, but both are tanks. They should be on those skulls at about the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Amumu's got a faster clear than Maokai, right?
It should, doesn't look like we're going to be having anything come out there. Amumu, well, once they get items, Amumu will definitely have the quicker clear. I think on the first one, it kind of just, it's about even, I think. Haven't played too much Maokai jungle in a while, but looks like shouldn't amount to too much either way. They're both just going to do 6 camps. His top lane is getting scrappy.
So close. Rin running out of mana right there. Clickbait God low on the health, but neither of them take the bait. Nobody wants to coin flip first blood in the top lane just yet. Maokai at least is probably going to walk up there and try and get a gank on an overextended Jace, but Rin already has a defensive ward. So we'll see how they dance around this one.
Oh yeah, they're gonna see Starshow now. Does Starshow look to go for a flash play? Gonna be a tight window here.
Yes, indeed. No mana on the Rin. That's the flash forward. He takes the tree train all the way under tower, and first blood for Clickbait God.
Yeah, it was a game of inches there. Rin so close to being at the tower where they could flash under. Jareth actually gonna look bot now on Balrog.
Yep, revenge in the bot lane. The bandage toss connects right there, and not too far either. Not going to take a turret shot for their troubles. Well, I love to see things like that. I like to see those simultaneous ganks happening on opposite ends of the map. That shows, you know, forethought, intentional plays happening, lanes setting up the possibility there, and then junglers capitalizing on it.
Yeah, got that flash off the rel. Of course, they are rocking the six summoner, the hex flash there, so they'll still have those opportunities to make some plays. Amumu already got that reset off, so sitting on that faded ashes, and this is where Amumu can really kind of start to just cycle through those camps like their butter, nice and quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Those raptors especially go by very quickly when you're Amumu. You get that. You know, a little bit of extra cooldown because you're being attacked by so many different things. Also, I think Cryo deserves some credit for playing an Ice Champion.
Yeah, sticking with the theme.
Yeah, they did say that they loved Anivia, but this is walking Anivia, basically.
Yeah. You know, Cryo very proficient on those mages as a little bit of trading top should be all right here. We have the Asol, the Anivia, the Hui. Can ban some, but you can't take them off them all. As more trading.
Some more trading here. Nice pink ward. Amumu's gonna come in. Here it is. Cryo goes in on the engage. The bandage toss lands, and the Banana Man is taken to town.
And that's why as a jungler, you love having Lissandra. Goes in with the first point click CC, hits him with the second, makes the bandage toss nice and easy, and Cryo gave over the kill to the Amumu. So, honor points for Cryo.
Yes,
I think they cheated.
And look who it is showing up, coming in. Actually, I did hear you come in at 8:29, which is 1 minute sooner than you said you would, and you do deserve a lot of credit for that.
I appreciate that. I actually told Les Force 8:20, but I got caught up, so it's unlucky.
Immediately undercutting yourself. I also appreciate that.
I mean, I gotta be honest, right? I gotta keep myself honest here.
Oh, of course. Barrett, what do you think of what's going on here? Can you even see what's going on?
No, I cannot. I'm currently a couple seconds behind.
Okay, so don't look, but what do you think of it?
I think of this is goodness gracious. A lot of CC. Ash, Rel, Maokai, Dr. Mundo, that's the slow though. And then Amumu, Lissandra, Karma, Jin. I mean, that's just a lot of CC. I love the Jace pick. I'm a big fan of Jace. So.
How do you think Jace is gonna operate into Mundo though?
Oh, not very well, I would imagine. I imagine this will get to one item and then it'll feel like Jace is useless, I fear.
Well, Starstro is trying to bring those feelings on a little bit earlier. Standing on a ward, Rin knows this is a little bit of a problem right here because if the W connects, oh, there it is. That's the Q. Starstro doesn't even need any extra help to Banana Man being aggressed upon by Amumu. Here comes the claw. Oh, that charm just an inch off. That certainly would have pulled Lissandra in under tower.
Yeah, ultimately gonna force the Ahri out. Has to reset. Helps Cryo shove in that wave. Maybe get a plate here. Looking at the objectives, the Nightmares did get. Oh, actually, we're gonna have a curtain call. Hold off on that.
Oh yes, indeed. And was that Ash arrow shot right there? I blinked.
Yeah, had to have. Yeah, Ashar got used. Must have canceled. I was focused on the recipients of the curtain call, but the Ashar must have stopped it.
And Les Force, that's exactly what we talked about, right? We talked about Ash into Jin. You just open up the ult. Ooh, Amumu around here, and this is just great teams covering each other with these rotations, right? Even if Amumu doesn't come in, he's here, he's around, he's pushing off the necrotic Balrog. Just a terrifying concept. Yeah, another thing also, Lil Deer is doing an incredible job on this Karma with just like constant, non-stop harassment. And even though that Jin ult got shut down, what we saw was Jin ult opens, an empowered Q thrown out, lowering them, trying to get them into that position where Jin's going to deal more damage to them and potentially take them out. Ooh, bandage toss connects with the tree right here. Starstro kind of on the run. Nice use of the saplings. Oh, a perfect flash getting them outside the range of the CC, but Amumu does not care about that. Keeps the fight going. And actually, they're just going to walk out after picking up that kill. Or, I'm wrong. and the fight will continue. Tune in. Stay tuned in to find out.
Yeah, I mean, they were thinking about it, but the cavalry was coming. Rin from topside, Lil Deer off the reset was showing up as well. And so that's going to be that nice, just 1-for-0 there. Amumu getting the assist. Cryo, Cryo scratched Jareth's back earlier. Now Jareth scratching Cryo's back. You love that teamwork. And yeah, we got the grub spawning up here. Maokai heading up there, so it could be a 6 grub angle for the Nightmares.
Ooh. 6 grubs is a nightmare indeed. And I love these teams, very evenly matched so far. Very similar in gold, very similar in objectives. But 6 grubs would be the first sort of imbalance that we would see come into play. Cairo thinking about it. So much damage coming through. Nice charm from the Banana Man. The claw's going to get taken. Lissandra's going to get up and close. And here's an RER. And the rail goes in and the camera cuts away. Because why show us that really cool flank? Oh, good. We saw the 2 top laners trading with each other. Thanks.
That's exactly what I want to watch. I could watch top lane trading all day. Like, actually all day. I love it.
Dude, who am I kidding? You're absolutely right. I want to see 2 top laners beating each other, but with no actual outcomes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, just like...
Wait, hold on, It's happening. Rin going quite low. Clickbait God. Thinking about diving. He's running in. That's a flash away under tower. And even with the turret shots, Mundo is going to munch on that kill.
Yeah, but the fight's not done yet. Looks like we're going to have some fighting over the rest of these grubs. Balrog going in.
Yes, indeed. Great ult getting everybody, but there's no follow-up, no extra damage, so they are going to die in the end.
A catalyst. We got 1 grub. It's 4 grubs. You know, it's not the best. It's not the worst, though. You still get the extra passive, so 1 grubby will spawn, right?
Is that how that works now?
I think so.
Okay. I believe you.
Chat, prove me if I'm wrong here.
Wait, when the fuck did Bear get here? I know exactly when Bear got here.
8:29.
8 minutes ago.
Yeah, just was lurking, I guess, for a few minutes. Didn't even say hey or anything, but
well, I was like trying to find a good spot to comment.
Oh no, it's a classic. I mean, it's happened to everybody. Just jumping in and trying to find that right angle.
You did a great job, but almost as good a job as this gank right here. Look at this perfection as they take out the Banana Man.
More fighting
time.
time.
We've got more fights breaking out here. Bandage toss, I gotta say.
Call?
Oh, I got one right into the range of the Jhin ult as well. If it had connected, it probably would have killed them. But they had other teammates for that. Cryo's gonna pick up that kill, and now Dragon number 2 going the direction of the maybe not so nice Narwhals.
Yeah, definitely a little deceiving so far. The nice Narwhals are not proving to be nice so far. Really good team play right there. Is good run up for their bot lane. Yeah, just caught out Balrog and was able to do the dragon off of it.
Cryo's quickly becoming a bit of an issue here. Has that malignance probably sitting on? We'll do a quick little goal check. I don't know, about 1,500 there. So they're gonna start hitting hard on this Lissandra.
They've got the malignance finished as well, so we can see even more picks and dangerous plays. But my god, 13 minutes, top tower going down, showing us the domination of Clickbait God up there. I believe you said before he's having a very good season, and I believe it. Amumu lurking around the bot lane, trying to find an angle.
Banana Man sniffs it out though.
The Banana Man is on the way as well. Whew. Them pulling back there, I mean, Ahri 100% dies if they walk through that bush, and just good 6th sense to pull back.
Yeah, I like how both the junglers I think have been really smart in this game. Where like Maokai has been kind of they've been doing almost like a vertical jungle thing where like Amumu's sitting in this red side that we're seeing on screen right now, taking camps, playing around their Jhin Karma, and Maokai Starshow's been just focusing top lane, just trying to get Clickbait ahead. The chat was calling it out, like if this Mundo gets ahead, it's gonna be really hard to deal with, and both sides I think are kind of playing to their strengths.
Yeah, absolutely, and that Ahri is going to get strong. Banana Man's Qs are gonna eventually start to hit like trucks as well, and they've got just a little bit more range than Lissandra does. So interested to see if that gets to develop. Clickbait God, okay, we talked about this. There's a lot of ways to handle a strong man in the side lane, and sometimes it's to bring everybody, but can they do it? Cryo's actually getting knocked down a lot. A good thumbs up. Clickbait God in good spirits.
How is he not dead? How is he not dead?
Okay, finally the shutdown does come. So Banana Man and Starstro are here as well. Ash Arrow gonna thread the needle. And I'll say, if Starstro and Banana Man showed up a couple seconds earlier, there's a world where Clickbait God actually lives.
Yeah, just
Dr. Mundo proving way more tanky than, you know, you kind of think at like 1.5 items, I guess. Survived 3 people for a very long time there. Now, needless to say, it is not a lot of damage because the Mumu was there, and Lissandra obviously doesn't have the most damage in the world to deal with the Dr. Mundo. But regardless, still quite a while.
Yes, indeed. And well, look who showed up in chat. Your favorite scholar of all things ancient Greek. Trout Hawking, what's up, man? Please continue to drop knowledge on us of ancient texts. Perhaps you know something about Martin Luther's 99 Thesis. We can talk about the Protestant Reformation tonight. Whatever works. Anyways, not doing my job. Clickbait God in the middle of a team fight right here. It's going to be a 3v2. Let's see what happens. That's a very healthy Mundo still. Starstro able to walk his way out.
Relish Flash.
A new frontliner.
Ooh.
This is just big WWE vibes from High Alert Nightmares, as you can just rotate frontliners as one's health drops low.
My God, it's WrestleMania.
It is.
They get the Rift Herald though, and nobody dies in response. And they've got those 2 dragons, so they are, you know, Mundo is strong, but you know, Nightmares have to make that mark at some point. They got to take the fight. They got to fight around the dragon because you don't want to give up. Looks like we have an Infernal. I think I saw the Infernal Cinders on the map. I'm sure we'll pan over it at some point. Yeah, it's the Infernal. So definitely don't want to give that over to the nice Narwhals.
I can't see who says this, but 3-6 and still even in gold, no objectives. Yeah, absolutely, but one falls right there, and a 1,000 gold lead pops
Wait, you
up.
actually can't see who said that?
No, it's just, I have it on dark mode, so I physically can't read their name. Cryo gonna go in right here to Banana Man in the 1v1. That's gonna be Lissandra ult being dropped on top of them, and they get just out of range for that Jin ult. But Little Deer Lilia, it's just Little Deer.
What?
That's their Twitch name, I keep saying.
Just flashing away from that the mantra Q. Little Deer does do some deceptive damage on this Karma. A lot of stuff was used, but that's gonna be a TP in from Clickbait God here.
Oh yeah, they're gonna try and catch him in between a rock and a hard place right here. Clickbait God, probably the only member that could push off the whole team from an objective right now. And they say it's not worth it. We don't need to fight the boss at this exact moment.
But I love this answer.
Oh, beautiful rotation right here. A simultaneous CC as Juthrin is going to go in on a bandage toss. Rift Herald doing their dastardly work in the back end. A huge rel ult. That's 3 people locked up. Lissandra's going to ult themselves.
Okay.
Going up full health.
Got on the side.
But very frightening. Going to turn to them as Rin dives in onto the Ash, trying to find a target. Not able to get that kill. The W.
Oh, he lived.
It's a double kill for the Mundo. And the fight pops off as the front line, the Dove, is now.
Oh my gosh.
Julia has to flash away. Very frightening. Safe under tower for now, but tower, what tower, as this push finally comes to an end as 3 members of the nice Narwhals fall.
Okay, yeah, E Heartsteel proc on Dr. Mundo decided to do half of Karma's HP bar. That was a sight to see.
Yeah, that was that first big team fight that we've seen all game, and there was moments there. The Lissandra, I think, like just got R up before they died. So they popped the R, a Mumu popped R, low health bars, but just that Mundo causing so much havoc on the backside. Rin, very frightening, couldn't quite like get past the Mundo to deal the damage over the top, and so first big fight goes the way of the Nightmares, and they get the dragon.
Yeah, Mundo is so difficult to deal with right now, and we were talking about it earlier. If the Mundo starts to pop off. Who among the Narwhals can face them? Who can hold back the purple problem that is Clickbait God? I just don't know. Also, Cyborg Shadow, what's up? Good to see you again. But gold still relatively close. There's a dragon on the side of the nice Narwhals. That's stats as well. So who knows? We'll see. Tim, I do know that it's you. I saw what you said before. That is a dastardly trick, and I am in dark mode, so every
This is a mess.
You know what you're doing. You know what you've done. This is by your design.
Well, and this is like coming from the person who named themselves him just so that they can catch people slipping with the him jokes, right? So it's like we really just shouldn't even be surprised at this point.
No. It's just trap after trap after trap. Also, Broken Glass Game, thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low budget LCS. We appreciate the hell out of you.
Appreciated. Feel appreciated.
Because you are. Clearing out some vision right here. Baron is on the table, though I don't know that that will be the next big fight. Maybe it's more likely that in 2 minutes, people will be looking to scrap and throw down over this Infernal Drake.
I believe this will be 2 minutes of clearing out vision until someone can do the Baron.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but that's just how it's. That's how I envision the next 2 minutes of this game will go.
I think you're right. You missed this, but Supa promised that this would be a 90-minute farm fest.
Oh, 90 minutes.
Has proven not to be the case. Supa
I mean, the farm is high, though.
Listen, they're doing a good job. Don't get it twisted.
I mean, three people almost have 200 CS on High Alert Nightmares, and Jin's up there as well.
Hot damn.
Well, maybe Clickbait caught out.
We'll see. The 2v1 is not a sure thing against this Mundo right here. He's going to drop the ult, but the damage might be there. And the answer
got
is,
bursted.
Who among the Narwhals can stand against the Mundo? Why does it have to be one? They send the whole team, and that's how they handle this problem.
That Mumu doing sneaky damage. Kind of called it coming in, going that Leandri's Sunfire. You stick on top of somebody for long enough, and you're just going to slowly burn them to death. Even someone as strong as Clickbait God, who does have those mercs, but otherwise doesn't really have a whole lot of like resistances. You know, it's kind of just like that pure HP.
Yeah. Fun fact, the word unicorn dates back to the 13th century and means having one horn. As used in old text to refer to rhinoceros. That is a fun fact, Drought.
No, unicorns are real.
Wait,
You're lying.
I didn't say they weren't real. We're just talking about
No.
etymology, my guy.
Okay, oof.
I learned what that word
need to
means
make sure.
yesterday.
I felt like the implications here is that unicorns aren't real.
No, dude, no.
You're just hearing things, I think.
Narwhals are sea unicorns. That's for sure. Couldn't agree more on that.
Yeah, narwhals are like not weird, but like you know what I'm saying.
I actually don't. But there's no time for that because this dragon fight is probably up right here.
We'll circle back. We'll circle back.
We'll circle back. Don't you worry. Bandage toss does go awry, and the poke is coming through from Ring here. Absolutely doing their impression of an artillery piece, and it's working. They're forcing a back already. Not quite to handle a lane. Okay, that's going to be a ward cleared out, but another one placed, but a pink ward going to spot it out. The Banana Man could choose a target right here. They have to, very nice, but they are going to get caught up and locked up as everybody's going to go in onto the Banana Man.
That's a really big cooldown.
He's too slippery. The flag forward. He's trying to do a 1v2 right now. Jin opens up the pit.
Oh my gosh.
Gets in the way. He's going to do it
okay.
a bodyguard right here. From the bushes, very frightening, trying to shoot them down. Let's see.
Balrog's back.
So far, it's just Krya. It's just Lysandra who's dead. And yeah, a teleport in. The Banana Man's going to turn this into a 5v4.
Click on the flank, though.
On a ward. Going to get pushed off, but I mean, the man is full health right here.
Gotta be careful. Rel's looking.
Be careful, Rel.
They find the angle.
That's
no
short.
Maybe it's
Wait, we're diving?
They're thinking
No way
about
we're
it. Smart
diving.
Throw's going to go in, but that might be a mistake. A W is going to go in, but it's only going to result in no kills so far. 1 kill,
What is
2
happening?
kill. 2 for 2 right there. Clickbait God able to do the tanking, but
Oh, the TP.
so not as much. A TP to cut them off. Can they do the 3v3 in this angle? Dot. Cryo's going to ult themselves right there. Dot's going to walk around, and it's just going to be
Oh.
the Banana Man. Gets that last bit of damage onto Cryo. Puts that kill in their pocket. And look at this, folks. 10 to 10 in kills. 2 dragons to 2 dragons. And just 1,000 gold stands in between these teams.
Oh my god, it's Machine Gun Mundo. I'm so excited. LeChance, have you seen Machine Gun Mundo?
Nope, don't know what that is. Hold on
Oh,
1 second.
perfect.
Rin and dash in. One more charge of that ult. Are they going to go forward? It's going to back out.
So Machine Gun Mundo, let me give you the rundown.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Mundo, how that works. So you go Titanic Hydra, right? So you auto Heart Steel proc, so it's auto E Titanic Hydra, and you get 3 autos off, and you can actually I wouldn't be surprised if Click can one shot. Very frightening.
Wow.
Like it's because especially because you know the health gives bonus AD for Dr. Mundo. So like it's hilarious. If it one shot somebody, I might cry laughing, to be honest.
Okay, I'm excited to see this build come online. Does he have the items he needs?
Yeah, he's got everything.
All right, Machine Gun Mundo online. Although it very frightening finds himself in a position where Mundo's autoing him, I don't think he's getting away anyways.
Yeah, but he's got Ghost. I mean, Ghost and ult passive. I mean, Home Dog's gonna be quick. Home Dog's gonna be moving.
Yeah. That is very true. Staring alive on the table. Boy, these teams have done a great job of just playing a super even game. Everyone's been getting gold in different ways, but the teams have kept it hella close.
But this is where you probably like feel like the momentum, like gold. They obviously don't like see the full gold picture. So yeah, in items and in terms of gold, it's like pretty even. But the last like 2, I would say the 2 team fights we've really kind of seen, the Nightmares have kind of had the upper hand, and so Narwhals are probably feeling like a little bit more on the back foot than they maybe need to. They had some angles there in that last fight. You know, Banana Man was lurking on that flank for a super long time. Definitely, there's still plenty of pieces here. All those damage over time items for the Narwhals. They should be feeling good.
Absolutely. Let's just seeing, yeah, so much gold is on the Mundo though, and that they've Mundo obviously more likely to be split pushing than some of his compatriots, and so if there is a situation where they pick this Mundo and then they turn to fight over an objective, that's probably going to be best. Okay, Rin's going to go in, take some. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god. This champion.
Oh, little deer.
Pretty. Oh, look at that little deer.
Oh, he got caught.
Over so far. Listen, that was a situation where Lil Deer did absolutely everything they could. Charm's going to go wide a little bit right there. Very frightening. Is going to get to the back line, trying to find a safe place to post up. Ult is available. 2 people looking pretty low. They're probably thinking about opening up that ult, but Clickbait God could just walk in front of it.
I mean, that just might be the Baron. That might just prompt a Baron start.
It might. 12 seconds till Lil Deer is back up.
It is a support reset timer, so you know, pretty small window there. If they wanted to look for it, they might just be looking on Rin here. Mundo might just look to chase him down. But that chain CC coming out, the the Maokai R into the Ash R over the top was super clean from Dot, putting the nail in the coffin, and it looks like we're just gonna do the dance all over again at the Dragon.
Yes, indeed. 2-2 on Dragons. This is the 5th Dragon of the game. Lil Deer Lilia is going to turn the corner and find Clickbait God. Getting a slow out, dropping those chains. So much damage coming through, and I'm not sure Lil Deer makes it out of there as Clickbait God gets the kill and forces a fight coming out. Rin trying to find an angle. On everybody. Ashero is going to connect. Very frightening. Over the wall right here, trying to dump all the damage. They've got the 4th shot, but it goes to Clickbait God, and he is just so mean. And he does it. He takes them down as they push the nice Narwhals off of this objective, almost certainly securing the 3rd dragon for themselves.
And there it is, Machine Gun Mundo He didn't even really need the other auto attacks. He just hit Titanic Hydra and a Heartsteel proc. It is
Ooh.
unfortunate.
Great quote from him here. What the genuine unbridled fuck is Mundo damage? That's a good question. That is a good question.
Yeah,
Mundo goes where he pleases.
Yeah, Mundo. Clickbait doing work here. That's third dragon, so 3 Infernals. I mean, if they get that Infernal Soul, they're going to be hitting pretty hard on the side of Nightmares, and that's going to make just like... If life wasn't bad enough with the Mundo damage now, you put 4 Infernals on top, and that's feeling dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he is a tank, isn't he,
Yeah.
Broken Glass? Certainly looks like it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think what is being revealed here is you cannot be caught. You have to fight front to back if you are nice Narwhals. Like you don't actually have the option because of how much damage is coming from all these different places. And you know, you look at the composition and you think most of the damage is going to come from Ashe or Ari. It's like, no, actually, Mundo's the guy who, if he catches you, you're fucked. The only person who can really sit in front of them is going to be that Amumu, who by design might not be there because he'll be diving a little bit deeper. It's a conundrum for sure. Cyborg Shadow says, there's a reason unicorns went extinct. Narwhals are next, as Clickbait God likes hunting endangered species. They're definitely in danger.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is
Oh
that is
my
true.
gosh.
Some atrocities Clickbait God is being accused of here. Okay, in the 1v2, and we're just seeing the damage that can be done. Starstro showing up and making this really unfair, as Very Frightening is actually going to get locked up by that Maokai ult, and now Necrotic Balrog coming around the flank.
Gosh!
Now they both survive, but a lot of damage coming through. Big to the Narwhals, actually, for walking out of that situation.
How did Very Frightening get out of there? Like, we saw the Maokai was on, the Rel, the Ashe were coming from the side. Must have just been just moving those feet nice and quick. But that is going to be a Baron start here for Nightmares.
Yeah, Very Frightening just has very fast hands. That's got to be the only answer. And yeah, the Baron is getting deleted so fast. They are burning through this guy. Not sure they're even going to get a chance to contest it.
I mean, this is the point at the game where if you're Dr. Mundo, you're just sprinting at people. You're hitting ghosts and you're walking at people. I think you can one-shot them. So that's what I would be thinking at this moment in time. And if you're on the other side of that, it's not going to feel too great. He's probably looking to, spice up his purchase. He's just bought Spectre's Cowl, so he's going to take even less MR damage, and he's just going to heal more. So it's a tough spot to be in, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And we've seen a couple times that they throw everything at the sideline and they kill Mundo. Does that work now is the question. We'll have to see. And honestly, will they even get a chance to do it? Because Mundo's grouping with the team right here, and he is nigh killable when you have other people you have to focus. Juthrit.
Have you ever heard my fun fact about Dr. Mundo, LeChance?
Hit me.
Did you know that Dr. Mundo has a level 16 spike where if on his ultimate, he gains more healing the more people that are around him?
Starstro ulting in right here. Rel connecting onto the Amumu as well. This is the tank of the nice Narwhals, but he's not going to last for too long right there as the teleport will come through. And this is a Jin ult going off. Clickbait.
Oh, he didn't even ult.
Damage. It just goes back up, and everything going to be dropped on a Dot, who will get taken out. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Very Frightening still alive, getting these autos off. But Clickbait God just so strong. Look at little dear Lilia's life just being deleted just with 2 autos right there. He cuts through someone under tower. What can you do? The answer may well be nothing.
Man, this Mundo is wrecking havoc. Just under the tower, doesn't even care. Just mauling the Narwhals. And with those 4 grubs, they might be able to end here. Starshow flashes in. Not going to connect on the W, but they're just going to take these towers.
Yes, indeed. Nice kill onto Necrotic Balrog right there. Very frightening. You know what? Nothing else to do but go to game 2 as High Alert Nightmares takes game 1.
Man. What is the Dr. Mundo champ, guys?
Yeah, we can
So
take.
I gotta say, Mundo obviously stepped all over the place. That was insane, but both of these teams really, really laid it on the line. That game was even for most of it. Big ups to both teams there. I asked them in the lobby to make this game exciting, and they absolutely did. So personally, much appreciated. Love you all. I'm also going to take this moment to depart. So I'll simply say this. I'm LaChance, and tonight I've been Bear. Farewell.
The chance.
Rest easy, LaChance. Again, thank you for picking up the slack for our caster here tonight. You might not be able to fill the Bear shoes, but you might be able to overtake them. LaChance signing off for the night, which means it is now just Bear Force 1. Here for Game 2, potentially Game 3. Yeah, I mean, looking at the damage chart, ignore the names because they're all nonsensical, but the Jace, Rin was doing a lot of damage on that Jace, and, you know, sure, some of that you can say is like fictitious damage on a Mundo, on a tank, but he was doing a lot of work in the fights, and there was a lot of angles where things were pretty close there for the Narwhals. Bear, of course, you find yourself in an interesting spot as, you know, the owner of High Alert. But if you put yourselves in the nice Narwhal shoes, what are you looking to switch up here?
I think so my initial thought is the combination of Jin Jace with the Dr. Mundo pick. I don't know what the draft looked like necessarily. Obviously, I came in late because I am a bad caster, but Jin Jace kind of hard to get through the Mundo at that point. You didn't really have anything to kill them. So just a drafting strategy from High Alert that was successfully, obtained. I would maybe switch up maybe a different top laner, or if you want to go something that's a little more on hit for that ADC, I think that would be a great look.
Yeah, just while we're waiting for an invite, figure I could show that damage to turrets real quick, which is yeah,
Gosh.
that's quite a bit there for the Dr. Mundo. Yeah, big performance there for Clickbait God. Again, we said it coming in, has had a really good season and put on their big boy pants game number 1. But League is a team game. Sometimes, you can do it for one game, but other players step up in other games, and I'm curious to see where the adaptations are from the Narwhals and kind of what the adaptation to the adaptation is for the Nightmares. As Bear, are you able to pay out our predictions here? As I did in fact bet, so I cannot pay out.
Oh, I'm on it. Don't worry. I've completed the prediction.
And I have now been invited to the lobby. Are you going to be joining the lobby, or should I pull up the...
Pull up the stream. I think it'll be... Well, I'll join the lobby, but I'll probably dip out. But yeah, you should stream your screen so we can be out same time.
Alright, and we'll look to get Bear in. We'll do the move down. Claim those spectator spots while they are hot. And yeah, him, the guy answering the questions that are burning in the chat. That boy Truth is playing on Sunday, I believe. Been a little bit since we've seen High Alert, formerly known as the Henchman, hit the Rift.
Yeah, after that big match against Big Farm was our last one, I think. Kind of took some time. So they'll be playing on Sunday night 30 against the Detroit versus everybody, of course. But yeah.
All right, now him, you gotta. All right, so here's the thing, right? I unfortunately don't have all the bells and whistles that Buggle and LaChance do. They have like the sound alerts when things happen, and I'm reliant on paying attention to the chat. But I see that him, the guy, has subscribed at tier 1 for 13 months. We've passed the year anniversary. Him, you know the deal. Again, I was able to confirm via Two Town Gaming last night that the Denny's is safe. It has been cleared out of the goblins. Todd, he's on crutches for the foreseeable future. It's really disappointing. But you know the deal. You're gonna go to the Denny's, knock on the dumpster, knock 3 times. Todd will let you in, and late night pancakes are on us. And we are in lobby. The Nightmares are in lobby. Looking like maybe the Narwhals are just talking a little bit about their adaptations they're looking to make. Also, I don't know if you knew, but we have a little bit of it's like the day of Santa here because both Narwhals, both Naughty and Nice, are playing their series tonight.
Oh my gosh.
So, unfortunately, they don't run into each other, but they are, in fact, taking off. Well, maybe get an update in the chat as to how the Naughty Narwhals are doing. I think they started at 8:15. And Bear, we've got a caster compliment that I'm assuming is directed from you.
Oh, yes, Times Legend. Oh, what I can say about you. If you don't know, Times Legend, of course, infamous sub top laner for the High Alert Legion. He and I have been working hard to get him out of bronze. This split, he has done so congratulations to Times Legend, of course. He is an amazing player, an amazing person. I'm super excited to meet you in November at the High Alert Thanksgiving, of course. So I hope to see you there.
Yeah, looking like, unless they're pulling a fast one on us, it does look like we're swapping sides here. Nice Narwhal's looking to take that blue side. Loser does get advantage or side selection in the game. So we'll just wait for a spec link, and unfortunately that does mean I'm gonna have to switch everything around, which chat absolutely loves getting to see me do that in real time. But yeah, that's gonna change things up a little bit. Different bans potentially, different orders of how you're gonna pick things. A lot of flexibility coming out.
I agree. I had to stop my cat from stepping on my my power button, so I had to stop that from happening. But yeah, what you said.
Why say many word when few word do trick? Bear living up to that here.
Mundo goes where he pleases.
Mundo does go where he pleases. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that the Narwhals, if they leave open the Mundo, are certainly going to be looking to punish it. Because they saw what happened when they had some angles early. They got a couple kills on the Mundo, but man, oh man, that game got late and Clickbait God really became immortal.
Yeah, what do when Dr. Mundo is not dead multiple times in lane?
Thankfully, that game did make me some schmeckles. Was a pretty high bet. I don't know if you saw, about 200K. Hold on one second. Have to let them know the stream has not gotten the spectator link. We will ask for that real quick, and then we will switch us on over. There's that. Come over here. Switch.
We'll
switch over the pictures. Get very professional on the fly, and they're actually taking another minute, so we're not in a time crunch. We love not being in a time crunch.
Oh, there's a lot of teams playing. There's the Naughty Narwhals, the Nice Narwhals, the Naughty Dogs are in there.
I think I heard Naughty Question Marks also playing tonight.
Naughty Question Marks also.
Hopefully it's not April 10th.
That's true. Oh, man.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. And the Bad Boys Club. A lot of naughty or / bad people.
Well, naughty doesn't always mean bad, right? It could just mean it's like a little mischievous, right? Like do I call like a cat, your cat, right? Would you say your cat is a bad cat for trying to step on the power button, or is it just naughty?
Okay, I'll get you. I'll get you there. I'll allow it.
You'll allow it. That's all we can ask for. There will be a prediction game too. Now, some people in chat have tried to convince me otherwise, but I tend to wait and see how the draft plays out before opening the predictions.
I'll put it for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you could. I mean, if you want to start it up, I'm not gonna tell you otherwise.
I'm doing it.
All right, 10 minutes. Bet at your own risk. Again, if you bet 500,000 without even seeing a single pick in the game, all I want is just to not come to the the audit department of the low budget LCS when things don't go your way.
All right, my fellow gamblers, let's get that rolling.
I'd be really disappointed when I see anybody, but well, I'll be okay with like 10, right? Or though this actually could just be like a good litmus test where, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Dot putting 13,000 on themselves, player of the nightmares, and this just really like goes to show where like it doesn't even matter what the drafts are. High Alert are gonna support themselves, Naughty gonna support themselves. It's really a brand warfare out here.
It is. It's brand warfare.
As they are now ready for draft, we should be getting started here just about now.
All gambling for a reason. Thank you, Prater Zach. What a great conversation. Anivia, take it away from my fellow cheeser, Cryo. Victor Nautilus going to see the Seraphine taken away. Did we... What were the... I don't know the bands last game, obviously. But
so far, everything has been the same.
Okay.
There was a Senna ban for Nice Narwhals that maybe they're considering leaving that open this time. And then the Nightmares banned the Asol was their third ban.
Smart. As a fellow... Oh, we're going to see the Amumu take away. We're going to see the Maokai taken away as well. So we have the Asol up. Senna going to be taken away.
So what's so interesting about that is that Narwhals piloted the Amumu game 1 and High Alert piloted the Maokai, but they banned them away from each other. There's a lot of prio on those tank junglers, and Starstro just gonna pick up the Vi.
Yeah, he's been on Vi duty as of late. We're gonna see Jin picked up for the .85, of course. Dot's in utility agency prison. A lot of Ashe, a lot of Jin, really a lot of Ashe. So he deserves some time on maybe a different champion.
Yeah, maybe give him like a Sivir, really spice it up.
Yeah, that'll do it. We're gonna see Kai'Sa picked up. So we're gonna see Kai'Sa sent up bot lane with this Vi Jin. I'd imagine it's like, I mean, I don't want to say it, but like,
if you're looking for a tank jungler, there's still one great option left on the board.
I mean, guys, I think it looks good here.
We'll have to see if Cryo and Supa, captain of the Narwhals, agree. It's going to be the Renekton pickup for Rin, one of their signature picks. It got banned in the second phase last time. Does Clickbait just go back onto that Mundo? Their Aatrox is up. That's a really fun skill matchup. I believe they're pretty well known for their Aatrox.
Listen to the voices click. I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
Ourselves just a couple seconds.
Gwen.
And it's going to be the Gwen pickup. Another, I feel like you see a lot of Renekton Gwen matchups.
Also skill matchup, though.
Yeah. Definitely I like these are the top laners that I like to watch, the Gwen, the Renekton, the Aatrox, Fiora, Camille, Jax,
you should have stopped right there.
Yeah, but just like
Sejuani did in fact look too good here.
The Renekton Sedge synergy, it's pretty straightforward. Obviously a bit of a purveyor myself. Taking away the Poppy. We saw that banned away in game 1, and now that the top laners have been picked, we should see some different bans coming out across the board. Different prio on each side. Nightmares need their support mid lane, while the Narwhals need their jungle mid lane. Ivern going to be taken away as well.
Ivern's definitely one of those pickups that is quite nice to have. I know a couple Ivern players, 3 to be exact, that come to mind. They've been enjoying Ivern quite a bit. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I mean Ivern, it's not a sexy pick, but it takes a real, it takes some real, selflessness to play a support in the jungle, and give to the team. Looking at you, Zebra, Nesnut. I don't know who this third. I don't want to guess on this third player you're talking about. There's gonna be a Leona pickup though for Balrog on the engage again. Leona, not quite the unstoppable support they were at one point, but still really reliable engage. And it's gonna be the ASOL pickup for Cryo, which was banned in the first 3 last time.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what you expect, right? That's what I expected. I don't know. For people that don't know Cryo, Les Force and I did play on a team with him over the summer in another league in a far, far away land. ASOL, great pick for him, and he's really, really good on it. We're going to see the Volibear picked up for the jungle. Also surprised, because Star plays it a lot, and he actually enjoys it. I guess he's been deemed on Vi duty, so it is unlucky. And also, hashtag cheese it up, of course. We're getting the Yone.
Going to be the Yone for the Banana Man, you would think. I mean, technically there's some flexibility here on the draft, but I would bet very likely that is not, solo lane Vi. So, with that said, we do have the predictions up for another 4 minutes. That'll give you some time to actually see where these champs are going and make educated bets. Again, no financial advice to be provided here. And while we're waiting for them, I'll just let them know that we are ready, and then I'm going to actually switch us over to this screen because you guys get really mad if I don't fix this before we get into the game. So you're just gonna see the how the sausage is made in real time.
Oh my gosh! Everybody, look.
Do a little bit of that, a little bit of. Again, very. This is the peak streaming powers that the people come for. We'll just let the Narwhal hang out in Narnia there for a minute. Put the Nightmares there. Put the Narwhal up there, and perfect. And then we switch back, and no one can get mad.
Wow, live production. Shout out to our production team. They're really good at what they do.
Are they? I feel like they're kind of just winging it on the fly.
No, I think they're doing a great job.
Well, the production team appreciates it.
Team. Yeah, production team. I heard the production team is also a Sejuani one trick, but like that, those allegations maybe fended off. So.
Oh, Supa. If you didn't catch it, Bear, Supa did put their mortgage, they took out their 401k. They went all in on the Narwhals last game, and so they're using their last little bit of savings to try. They scrounged up some pocket change in the couch, and they're trying to start brand new here. Game 2, again, Narwhals are kind of fighting for a playoff spot right now. They still have a couple series left to go. They currently are in that 5th spot. The Nightmares are probably a top 4 playoff team at this point. I think there'd have to be some shenanigans for them to fall out. Would have to lose this series, I believe. And so Narwhals, this isn't, a must win, but it would be a nice to win, like their name suggests.
Solo win.
Yep.
If great minds think alike.
Seems you left your brave pants at home. Want me to wait while you go get them?
So looking at these drafts, what are your thoughts? Look, do you feel like this is the secret sauce for the nice Narwhals, or are you still in support of what the Nightmares are cooking up?
I kind of like what the Narwhals have cooking up right now. Also, maybe I'm biased. I really like Cryo ASOL. I think he's very, very good at it. He has carried me in a many of games on that champion. But one fact of the matter is that I do enjoy the Leona pick over the Senna pick. That's just my preference because I hate playing tank engage. Or I hate not having a tank engage. Let me rephrase that. So, I'm going to take nice Narwhals comp. I like a little bit better.
Putting it perfectly here in the chat. Chicken wings, macaroni salad, and LBLCS. Perfect Wednesday night. We're glad you're here. If you're just tuning in, we are just about to get started with game 2. Red side was able to pick up the win in game number 1. If they win this game, they will win the series and guarantee themselves a trip to playoffs, whereas the blue side are fighting for their stake in the playoffs.
Yeah, I gotta battle out the. I believe it's the outsiders are hanging around at 4th right now. Gotta battle to get them. To get that to get those games scheduled. You gotta battle it out to see who can take this 4th spot. I think that's the only playoff spot available. Am I wrong?
I mean, Sensei Randall's look like they still have a bunch of series to play, so likely
True.
There's some upward, there's a couple playoff spots. Of course the Rat Knights are sitting in that 3 spot. They could still drop out at this point. I think the only team that is like officially locked is Team Chaos. Of course, we've talked about it on the booth. That is the all free agent team. Pretty banger to be a full-fledged free agent recruitment team. Earn the first seed in the playoffs. Your first time playing together. Should be exciting there. And player Zach saying that the nice Narwhal scale, and it's really just going to come down to Yone not snowballing early. We'll have to see if Banana Man is able to do that on this Yone. Not
nice
quite.
Narwhals outscale high alert. I see what you're saying. I guess I'm like Gwen favorite because Gwen is immune. So that's obviously a tough side laner to deal with. But I understand where you're coming from with the Kaisa scaling, the Aethel scaling, of course. Pickle Hater 77. The series score is currently 1-0. High alert Nightmares going on to their second game here in about a minute and 26 seconds to go. 26. What am I saying?
Now
15 seconds now.
Now, Clickbait does have some big shoes to fill here. For anyone who didn't catch the stream last night, of course, LaChance and I were back on last night, and we saw one of the greatest ends to a game, I think, all LBLCS season on the Gwen. We won't spoil the team, but one of the craziest endings to a game we've seen. So I'm going to be watching up top, seeing how they're able to navigate into this Renekton, which I know Rin has an affinity to. One of their, I think, signature picks, and I think they play a good bit of Gwen as well, so they should know this matchup kind of inside and out, you'd have to assume, as we should be getting in here any second.
Do you think Rin's name is based off of, Renekton in some form or fashion? What are our chances here?
Oh, it's 50-50, right?
Yeah, true.
They've had a lot of names in their time. Again, most LBLCS veterans will know them as MXTI, longtime Naughty member.
Oh, I actually didn't know that was MXTI. I'm going to be honest. I had no idea that was MXTI.
Well, there you have it. Rin, formerly known as MXTI. Maybe this is some mind games here. Take a look at the profile picture for Rin, and then take a look at the skin for Clickbait God.
Oh my gosh. Maybe it is.
Maybe they had the foresight that was the skin Gwen would be using. Of course,
it's just the best Gwen skin.
I think Cafe Cuties is a little better, but
Oh, no way. This guy's L-take.
Cafe Cuties is a great skin line. Look at Cafe Cuties Bard. Who doesn't like that skin?
Did I say Bard was bad, though?
No, but you were
the Gwen skin is not great.
We'll take this offline.
Because it looks like Miku. I have no idea what that means, but okay.
Well, Miku is likely a character, right?
you don't know that.
Well,
it could be
that's why
that's
why I said likely, though. I didn't make a definitive statement, but anyway, we will not detract from this game any longer. We will pop up all the fun little stuff. We will do this, do a little bit of little bit of zoom in action. Always hard to find that sweet spot. But we are out onto the Rift for game number 2. Nice Narwhals versus the Nightmares. And a little too soon to tell where these battle lines are going to get drawn. Looks like we are just going to end up in a 5-point. But oh man, were they kind of stacking there for a little bit.
Who's dying first?
So, I think both of these junglers have the ability to make plays early. So the cop-out answer is just it depends on where they're pathing to. I think there's probably going to be a lot more action or opportunity for action in the top lane. But if they're both pathing bot, I think my eyes are on Lil Deer. I think the Leona with the Zenith Blade into the Q. Not a whole lot of outplay potential for this Senna. Very squishy. You are just an enchanter nowadays. And it does look like both junglers are going to be pathing down to the bot lane. So that'll be my guess. And I think Grass Senna is pretty decent as Rin going to catch up Clickbait God. And they're going to have to take that long walk around the alcove.
My gosh, what a trade. A total of 37 HP.
All right, so interesting here. Jurith actually did change their mind. They are starting the Raptors, as is Starstro. So these junglers should end up on opposite sides of the map. So that's going to be a little curveball as far as that early first blood prediction.
It's gonna be Banana Man. Banana Man's dying first. I don't know how, but he's dying first.
Hey, well, they gotta keep the Yone from snowballing, and can't snowball if you are dead, unless you're new and you get it off in time. But anyhow, well, we see a lot of action mid, a lot of action kind of everywhere. Looks like things are going pretty solid for all the sides of the nice Narwhals. Good trade there, though.
I love top lane trading.
Yeah, top lane, I mean, as a former top laner once upon a time, matchups like this, I enjoy watching top. Or meatball matchups. I like watching meatball matchups, but
what matchups don't you like watching?
Well, just like seeing, anything with a Quinn, anything with, like an Alawi, and then, there's definitely some champions that I prefer.
What's up with Alawi?
Oh, well, just...
I
understand.
I understand what you're saying, but watching your trade is fun.
Oh, it's really fun to watch. It's the Dodge the E simulator. No, I mean Alawi's okay. As we do see a big trade here between Rin and Clickbait God. Did use the slice and dice, has to get out here, and Jurth is up here. Gwen at about half HP. So there is an angle, but they are going to get a little bit of a cheater recall here.
The classic.
Takes a tower shot, though, for the troubles.
Yeah, I mean, that ends up being a really good trade for Cryo with the 360 no scope coming out.
Yeah, we'll see if Jurith looks to capitalize here, as Banana Man is going to look to go in here with some more aggressive trading.
Double advantage.
Yeah, no mana left on the Aesol, so not too much of a kill threat, but we are going to see him go back in here. It looks like he might have taken another tower shot, but Starstro is around the back, and Lil Deer is going to get caught with a flash on the Leona onto the Vi. First blood over to Starstro. And
this guy.
What's that?
Someone pay you. I mean, you called it.
I did call it. The Leona wasted no time. Flash engage. First blood over to High Alert Nightmares.
And you could see a potential kill here as well. We're gonna see a flash burn probably as well. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, the ignite ticking away. Second blood on this Gwen in the top side, and Clickbait God did well last game. They're off to a strong start here.
Yeah, if you're Renekton right there, it's kind of a sad day. Obviously, with Renekton, his best time is around that, early game. 1 to 2 items is when he's really strong. Obviously, getting solo killed early to an ignite. And especially on Gwen, not the greatest start because obviously Gwen scales super, super hard.
Yeah, early gold lead here in favor of the Nightmares. We do see Vi hasn't gone for a reset, and I noticed that last game as well. They really look to kind of get that, they go that Raptor into a double, clear of their top side. So they'll get that level 5 off of their Krugs and really look to kind of use that gold advantage, that XP. Might cost them the grubs here though, which on the Gwen, on the Yone, probably would feel pretty good.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just gonna look to trade. Obviously, I mean, you have like the advantage in top side, for sure. So, I think that's probably ideal. Looks like they're gonna walk out top lane anyway. They got the big back off, super big back actually. Got the tunnel alert finished. Click is obviously trading pretty efficiently here. Should hit level 6 soon.
And actually, he's just going to pop that R, and they do have the reinforcement Leona. Slice and Dice going to get them out. Gwen does have the Conqueror Sign. That's going to be a flash in from Jurith. Trying to pop Clickplay Got it, who did use everything, but they're just getting torn apart by this Gwen. Leona here for reinforcements, and they're just going to accept their fate. Another kill over to this Gwen, and that should be the Grubs in response.
Yeah, definitely a hard situation to be in. I mean, Gwen now is like super accelerated. I'd imagine we're gonna see a dive here. Balrog.
They're gonna dive. They're just gonna look to start this up right away. Dominus does get the stun on Leona, who has the aftershocks. They won't die as a result, but you will take that. You get out without dying.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Click, you feel really good right now. Like, no Dominus in lane. His ult's gonna be back up around his ignite timer. I mean, this is gonna look really bad if Click gets us, gets another kill looking around here.
Yeah, early game looking really good for the Nightmares. They are going to pick up these 3 grubs. Jurith is going to try and pick up the dragon to compensate. Lil Deer maybe trying to do a little bit of like cat and mouse here, saying, hey.
Level 6.
Oh, level 6 for very frightening. They are going to pop the ghost there. Looking to just go all in on Dot. We're going back up top line. Flash comes through from Dot. Barrier popped. Can they pick up the kill? Yes, they can. Very frightening with the solo kill in the bot lane. Still has the flash. So, hey, nice Narwhals is saying we're not done yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great kill to pick up. Dot trying to push out his wave, end up getting caught onto a level up timer with that level 6 Kaisa. Obviously, super hard to run away from. Burn the flash, burn the barrier. Great spot to be in. If you're Volibear right now, you need to look to, make your play bot. Try to accelerate this Kaisa and kind of match this the super scaling Gwen.
Yeah, Jericho gonna get caught out here, trying to steal camps, does get caught up by that Jin W into the Leona. Chain CC, Lil Deer tries to send some CC in their way, but it's not gonna be enough. And that's gonna be another kill into the favor of Nightmares. Good flash out there from Lil Deer. Current call is popped though. Can they get out here? Can they do enough healing? No, they cannot. Banana Man picking up the kill. Really well played there though from Lil Deer.
Yeah, I mean, they're a really good combo. Burn the flash out early. Obviously, curtain call range is an enormous. So we're ending up seeing that 4th shot hit that the guaranteed crit. Does a lot of damage. And very frightening in a spot. Could be dove here in these couple seconds while Lil Deer's walking back to lane.
It could be looking like they're just going to use these grubs, kind of chip away at the tower. Last game we saw high alert prio the grubs as well, where we saw the Narwhals look to go for the dragons. Right now we're sitting at about 2 and change 1,000 gold difference. This is kind of that point in the game where maybe it's cliche, but you've got the scaling on the side of the Narwhals. You just gotta slow it down a little bit. Pick and choose your battles, as we do see Cryo spitting in the face, and Jurith is on some vision here, not gonna be able to finish that one out.
Yeah, Jurith is not really getting into the groove of things quite yet. It's kind of the gank timers have been looking poor just because of the vision coming out from high alert right here. So he's not able to get these key ganks in where he can look to dive and maybe look for ultimates. Ultimate angle is kind of hard.
Now, of course, with right now, yes, the Gwen has picked up the 2 kills, but they haven't gotten that first item yet. So there are still, opportunities to kind of look to punish. Of course, once Gwen resets and has that item, and then you're sitting on the components, that's where it starts to feel really hard if you are this Renekton up here in the top side. Curious to see if Volibear looks to punish up here, as Dominus is actually going to get popped and the honor is matched from the Gwen. This is the opportunity we were talking about, and Rin just picks up a solo kill 1v1.
Yeah, I mean that's the power of Renekton, right? Gwen, even though you're getting accelerated and you're looking early, Renekton's still way better than you in the early game. Just the champion stats in general. Obviously, dominance comes in and plays a really big part in that. No ignite, no TP available for this Gwen. Gonna be up in 4 seconds. Gonna lose this cannon wave.
You're gonna lose a lot there. Gonna lose a plate as well. So all of a sudden, Renekton. We'll take a quick look at the goal. Despite those solo kills, Renekton's actually gonna be up ahead in goal at this point, and that certainly bodes well there. You know, you got that dragon. The gold's calming down a little bit. This is exactly what you want to see from the nice Narwhals. And Aesol's kind of just chilled in the mid lane. He's getting those stacks, getting those levels. Got that lost chapter already in the books, and looks like we're gonna see High Alert looking for these grubs again.
Yeah, I mean the grubs are gonna be your saving grace, right? Kind of like what who was it? Prater Zach said earlier. You know, Kai'Sa Aesol, they outscale the High Alert Nightmares comp. So having this 6 grubs and having that side lane pressure with this Yone and this Gwen is going to be the better side of this. We're going to see the engage come out from Rin onto the clickbait god.
Yeah, I mean, this is a heavy trade. That is the power of that Eclipse into components. You're actually stronger on the Renekton right now. They could look to fight this. Yone is there first. Little Deer has to be careful. They do sense it out, and they are going to catch the Yone. But Jareth is looking to just dive in on top, and they are going to steal one of the grubs. Senna R comes over the top. Solar Flare does connect onto the Senna, but Starshow does get picked out. Rin is just wrecking havoc here on the backside. Aesol does have the R if they look to pop it. Dominance is popped here. No slice and dice available, so they're not going to be able to continue it. But one team fight and 2 grubs over to the Narwhals.
I mean, this is just like exactly what maybe not exactly what last game looked like, but 4 grubs. 4 and 2 grubs going over to the same way, and then the first couple dragons.
Renar gets popped here, but that damage from the Renekton is too much. Rin on a killing spree now, and this Renekton is online. Flash, Zenith Blade from the counter. Balrog does catch out the Kai'Sa. R's away. Can they dodge the curtain call? That's 2. That's 3. And we'll never know about the 4th as we have to go to mid lane instead, where Banana Man is engaging in onto Cryo. Looks like they survived.
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of moments you want as Renekton. Just kind of peek back over there. Volibear engaged, used a lot. Senna was there to kind of keep Volibear alive as long as possible, and obviously Renekton's at his strongest point, like this item in the next, so it's gonna be super hard to deal with right now. Dragon looking like they're gonna want to pull it out. I mean, Volley is around.
Volley is around. Aesol is resetting here though, and you got that first dragon, so you might just be content. You know, given over this one, not the end of the world by any means. And it's going to be a Hextech Soul, which one of my favorites, of course, unlocks those portals around the map. You know, makes it a lot easier for this Volibear, for this Vi, who we actually haven't seen doing a ton of ganking this game. You know, despite being kind of like you would perceive as ganking junglers, they're kind of content with just collecting the farm, collecting the objectives.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where you're kind of looking for your certain angles right now as Volibear and Vi, and I mean, just nothing. It's a lot of farming, right? Aesol we haven't seen Aesol overextend too much. Click is gonna.
Jareth might be looking here for that opportunity. Rin trying to get the W. Flash in from Jareth into the stun from the Renekton, and this should just be a dead Gwen here. Try and give it over to the Renekton, now on a rampage, and I apologize for the caster curse clickbait. That one's on me.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those moments. Renekton, super, super strong. I mean, he's going to get first tower here. He's going to be a lot stronger. That's a lot of gold that's going to get injected into this alligator. But yeah. Technically, he's a crocodile. Does it matter? Can I get a fact check? Is he a crocodile?
No, I mean, he's for sure a crocodile.
That's like the same thing.
No, but like, I think crocodiles are just like way more aggressive. They're like not nice at all. Whereas alligators, I think alligators, from what I've my limited knowledge, I think alligators are kind of more like they'll like leave you alone. If you leave them alone, they're not really looking to do anything. As Rin is actually playing like a crocodile, going into the enemy jungle, trying to kill Starshow. Zenith Blade not going to connect there by Balrog. Banana Man is here though. Can they catch them out? Solar Flare does connect. So Banana Man does catch up Little Deer here though. Does have the flash. Flashes out, but Dot is going to pick up the kill in the end. And now Rin kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place, but they are so strong that 2v1 they just got to walk it out.
Yeah, it looks like bot lane tower is going to go down. Great play from Banana Man. Caught it on that timer. You know, Aesol obviously going to stick around in lane because he's stronger there. Looking to finish up his rallies before he starts moving around a lot. So great timing, really. No play top was to be had. Click's trying to farm as best as he can while this enormous Renekton is in his lane.
Yeah, next objective, Rift was just picked up by Jirth during all of that, so might see the mid lane tower fall here, might see bot. They do have a couple grubs to help them out, but Drag's in 2 minutes. If you're Nightmares, are you looking to contest this dragon? Is it does it come down to where Renekton's at? What are your thoughts?
I think it comes down to where Renekton's at. I think that we have, I mean, not with big ult. Yeah, I think you're giving this dragon. You're content. You know, it's just the second one for the side of the nice Narwhals. So I'm content here. Maybe you look to trade the Rift Herald that I don't know when comes up. Is it up?
No. Jirth, while all that fighting was going on, he picked up the Rift Herald.
Yeah, you're giving this, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll
Renekton CP up, big ult from
very frightening, looking aggressive, gonna do a lot of damage here to Dot, but no CC coming out, so not gonna be looking to do too much here. As we see some resets coming out, Volibear gets that Sundered Sky. They're now back to even with the Vi.
It's a scary position to be in. Obviously, we hear this Aesol.
Ooh, Fate Sealed calls out good dodge there from Cryo. Unstoppable coming through. Cryo flashes out. Do they look to burn their R or do they save it? TP comes through from Rin. Dominus is popped. He is looking to flash in onto the Vi. Does connect with the W after the fact. Slice and dice. Did they get the second proc off? I don't think they did, but they are looking to continue. Vi R almost gets killed by the Senna over the top. They are able to get out. Leona going to pay for the sins of Starstro. Does give it over to the Kaisa, and they have this Rift Herald. They could look to pop this bot turret here, and that is exactly what they're looking to do.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good play. It was a good look. Unfortunately, wasn't able to burst Cryo immediately. Gonna get the crash down. I don't know if this tower is actually gonna go down. It'll be close.
Yeah. They're going to take a tower shot or two, but they will get it. Meanwhile, though, Clickbait just pushing away up here. We saw this last night. Gwen on these towers wrecking havoc. And I don't think they're going to be able to get the full tier 2, but they're going to get it awfully close here. And they're actually just going to stick around and look to kill it. But they are going to die for it. Oh, will they? They're going to go all in onto Cryo here. And we did see that. Oh! Clickbait takes so many tower shots, but they pick up the kill. They pick up the tower. And all of a sudden, this Gwen's coming back online. Oh, does the snipe connect?
Oh my!
It did connect.
Does he have ult?
No, Kaisa R is available, so now Click is going to have to walk this one out, pay respects. But Dragon is up on the table, and Cryo did save their big R here. You have those Hextech portals. They're probably going to look to come straight out here, but Clickbait has that TP. They could look to just go straight top and look to continue. Balrog goes in, looking for the Fate Sealed onto the Volibear here. Does flash out.
Need to look Renekton.
Renekton is so strong here. 1v4, able to buy so much time, and Clickbait is teleporting in. This is going to be a 5v5 here as Cryo is going to look to take the Hextech portals. R's are coming back up. Volibear nearly up. Kaisa nearly up. Dominus is down. That is big. As Dominus there, Rin getting caught, did hit the W in time. Jurith kind of about half health here. 4,000 health on this dragon. Should be picked up here by the Nightmares, but how does the fight go after the fact? Flash out from Banana Man paying respects.
And
no fight at all.
Run away. It's just it's like the scene from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Just like the Mexican standoff. No one did anything in that scene, so.
Yeah, but we do see the nice Narwhals doing something here in the mid lane. They are going to look to just take out this whole tower. Don't have all the grubs, but they have enough to make some action happen. As now we're going to be seeing a fight here out of the Hextech portal. Banana Man did pop the E, does get hit by the Jin W. Gonna have to look to run away here as the reinforcements, the cavalry is coming, and they should be able to get out here just fine. And
absolute, I mean, worth, kinda. You know, the Volibear ultimate's really a key piece into him surviving right now. Obviously, like, you have the Aesol ult over the top, but if you burn the front line, you know, of those Volibear, I mean, because Kaisa gets more susceptible, Senna gets more susceptible to being able to be got on. So I mean, it's kind of a big timer right now for this next like couple like minute or so.
Yeah. Speaking of in chat, we do have a Hunk alert cashed in as we are watching the Hunk down here on this Gwen, looking to take the fight to Rin. Does pop the R. Dominus is available. We look to wait and see how long it gets popped. And there it is. 1v1 in the top, in the bot side by the top laners, but they're just going to look to keep fighting. Senna R does come through. Does the slice and dice come through? No, it does not. Shut down over to the Hunk. And now someone's got to go answer that, or that bot tier 2 is just going to crumble.
Yeah, that's going to spell trouble. That's going to get a Baron call.
Oh, unstoppable. Well played there by Starstro. Does force out the flash from Little Deer, and now they're looking to maybe go in, but this bot tier 2 just goes down on the spot, and Cryo has to go answer. But then you got this little game of chess back and forth where the Nightmares could look to start the Baron once they see Cryo down there.
My gosh, it was an en passant the whole time for my little chess humor for everybody. Do you know what an en passant is?
I am not knowledgeable on the chess. You'll have to enlighten us as we maybe have a little bit of a lull state here.
Okay, so to put it, so like you know how like pawns can move 2 spaces if they're at their starting position. Yep. So if you have you have a pawn that's up that far, and a pawn 2 spaces you and lands next to you, you can take the double jumped pawn, if that makes sense. If I probably stated that horribly, but you get what I'm saying, right? Pawns
moving on the board. That is all it really comes down to. Yeah, I mean, one thing I've kind of noticed is that Cryo has been sitting on this this empowered R for quite a while, and I'd really love to see them use it at this next fight, because this Acel is strong on 2 items. Good Solar Flare. They're into the Fate Seal, and Kaisa just going to get caught. Another shutdown. Jareth goes in over the top, but this is a numbers disadvantage fight. Cryo is coming down here. They're going to have to look to pop their big R here, and there it is. Jareth does go down, but so much damage over the top from the Aurelion Soul. That is going to be 2 people down, and 2 for 2 goes to play. Double kill over to Cryo. Been sitting on for a long time, and oh man, did they take advantage.
Oh my gosh, Cryo put the nail in the coffin right there for the for Banana Man Necrotic Balrog. Absolutely extinction event level play right there. Oh my gosh.
And that stopped potential Baron push. You know, no jungler available. You had the Leone, you had the Gwen up there. Really heads up there from Cryo. Of course, you use the R there. Dragons in a minute. You're not going to have that empowered R for this dragon fight. But I think that was a necessary play there from the captain of the Nice Narwhals, who, again, they don't, this isn't a must-win series. This isn't a must-win game. But it would make their playoff lives a lot easier if they win this series.
Yeah, I mean, these are the moments that count. You know, getting caught here is a really scary look. Obviously, Click looks like he wants to start getting in on this. I'm surprised Balrog didn't move right there. Just maybe looking to steal away the Gromp, be a little bit annoying. I know you definitely find it annoying when people steal your camps.
It was a one fight there. You forced out the smite from the Volibear. It does have 1 up, but that means they can't contest both of these objectives, as the Banana Man just doing a little bit of harassing there. Had the snapback, so no harm, no foul. And we do see Cryo just collecting this wave top. Might be another give angle here for the Narwhals. But Rin actually going to collapse here back on the Leona here. Volibear R's in. Zenith Blade comes through. Flash over the top. And meanwhile, we now transition to a fight in the mid lane where we do see Cryo has shown up. R does get popped. Dot has to flash away, but the R in from the Kaisa. And Jin is going to get picked out as a big shot down onto the Kaisa. Can Vi get away? Clickbait God is coming in over the side. They have to keep eyes on him at all times. Flash in from Rin. Actually going to zone off these carries. That's going to be a triple kill over to Very Frightening. Can they keep this going? They're looking for a Quadra onto the Banana Man. And they're looking like they are going to pick this up. DBM going to do as best they can, but that is a Quadra kill, and that's going to be the Dragon. Do they look for more?
That is a really big Kaisa now. 2-item spike, Very Frightening, showing the proficiency, showing that killer instinct on the Kaisa. We're going to see the little bit of harass from the Click and between Click and Cryo. Oh, could be caught though.
Yeah,
no W
looking
available.
here, has to flash away, trying to get those Raptors, but good punish there from the Hunk. That's going to be evened up on the Dragons, evened up actually a little bit of a gold lead now for the Nice Narwhals, and we have got ourselves a game here in game number 2.
I hate to say it, but we got a game in our hands.
Yeah, so much work being done there. I think Rin in particular, just like I said, doing such a... Renekton's not necessarily one of those zoning type champs, but they kept the Gwen, who had the flank angle, could have looked to have done so much damage, but just couldn't walk through this Renekton. Has that point click stun, does a ton of damage, sitting on that Sterex, and overall, just a really good play there for the Narwhals, and now we've got Baron on the table.
Yeah, I think this is in a position where there's a couple things that could happen, right? Very frightening, can fully pentakill your team, right? He's at the position, he's 3 items, he's feeling himself a little bit. And on the latter part of that, once this death cap gets finished, it's the other way around. Gwen can also look to pentakill you because that's how these champions work. They get to these 3 item spikes, they're super scary, they can one-shot pretty much anyone that possesses, that shows up in their path. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, him the guy calling it out. Cryo did not take a trip to the library. Maybe their library cards hasn't been renewed. No Magi's in hand. No Dark Seal even. They didn't even consider going. So working towards. I'm assuming that's a Crypt Bloom. I'm not a. I don't often buy the Blazing Jewel, but I'm assuming that that's a Crypt Bloom coming out for Cryo. See the positioning up here around this Baron. And a lot of members kind of in this mid lane. So they are looking to clear out the vision, force the Narwhals to come back and answer them. Maybe set up a little bit of a trap. Well, Boots, Books, maybe, well, LeChance was here earlier. Maybe he passed a little bit of the dyslexia onto me. Does have the brown paper bags, though.
Does have the brown paper bags. The brown steppers, if one likes to call them.
Find ourselves in a little bit of a lull. Might just be waiting for this next dragon to kind of see where people look to make their play. Of course, Cryo. Can we get a quick... well, I guess I have to do it since you're spectating my screen.
227.
227 doesn't... I don't think they're... Or no, they actually are. Okay, I looked at the R. They're pretty close, I think. I've never actually played the new Ace All. Fate Seal comes out, and they catch the Kaisa here. Good R out to buy themselves some time, and Little Deer may fall here, but not before the Banana Man gets caught, and they're going all in onto this Kaisa. Big R gets popped there from Cryo. It's not the big R. Cryo is getting so much damage on the backside from the Hunk here. Dominus popped by Renekton, doing so much work, buying so much time. Kill over onto the Vi, and Cryo's now pumping on the backside, and Leona likely to fall here as well. All that is left is Dot and the Hunk. Not enough damage to do the Baron, but a one fight for the Narwhals.
Yeah, very back and forth. I don't think Banana Man knew he caught the Kaisa in his ultimate. I actually think he thought he got the Senna. That was just the target selection coming out. I'm not sure that he knew that he caught the Kaisa. I'm just... but got burned immediately. That is the joy of going Infinity Age second. You are kind of squishy on Yone, of course, so... But a good look nonetheless.
Yeah, chat calling out Cryo. Space Glide there on the Acel. Will have that, the Super R for this Dragon fight. Got that Crypt Bloom. They're no longer on the brown paper bags. They've got the big boy perps. Looking around the rest of these items here.
That's so good. Someone quote that. It's the big boy perps. That's what I'll refer to as sword shoes from now on.
You see, the Nightmares are going to be here first around this dragon, but not the Hunk and not .85. These squishy members are walking in, but you don't have a frontliner. You got to be careful here if you are Little Deer. You are very frightening. You don't want to get caught here before this dragon. You want to get your waves in a good spot. Cryo's up top lane does have the TP available, and it's getting pinged out by the Nightmares. They see Acel up in the top side. Renekton looking to walk up, potentially into this Yone, and I think Renekton will take this fight one-on-one. A lot of damage being done here. Solar Fairy does get popped, but Renekton is just demolishing the Banana Man here, who has to get out, and meanwhile, look on this side, the Hunk is caught between 3 people, but they're looking to do as much damage as they can before they're getting out, and they're actually just going to pop the jungler here. The Hunk doing so much work here. 1v5 here. Cripple does get popped there by Cryo, and R is coming through now, and the Ace Soul is doing so much work. Teleport coming back through from Banana Man, who had to reset there, and Cryo is stuck in the pit. Does not have the fly. Looking to flash over the wall. Does flash, but Fate Seal does catch him out, and that's going to be a shutdown over to Yone, but right into the hands of Rin. Does not have the dominance, but they should be able to force this dragon. There's no junglers here on either side, but Narwhals are going to walk this one out. Third dragon over to the Nightmares.
Oh my gosh, that was so back and forth. Banana Man surviving on 1 HP actually set them into position to be able to, you know, come back and save the day almost, like Superman.
And this tower now going to fall in the mid lane. Gold just about even at 30 minutes. Tit for tat, these teams are going. These fights could look like they're going either way. The Hunk, I think it was Times Legend, put that on and doing absolutely God's work in that fight. Just an insane frontlining Gwen, 1v5 in the team. Not to be undersold though. Cryo doing a ton of damage on the Ace Soul. Renekton causing some mischief, maybe doing a little bit of naughty work on this Renekton, as Clickbait maybe gonna look to stop their reset. And now we've got this Baron. Maybe these teams look to fight before the next dragon. Stat check on Senna. We can give you a look here, assuming that nothing is going to happen. We are sitting at 90 stacks.
I don't know what that means anymore.
Yeah,
Good.
I have no idea the new conversion ratio.
I have no idea. Can I get a check? I mean, 90 seems good. It seems like a lot.
There have been
like every 25, right?
It's unless they reworked it, it was every 20. But I have no idea. There are some supports in chat. At least there were at one point. We will see if that's a lot. Let's see. Wait, him is I don't know. Him is
I
just.
think Kim's behind.
Yeah, I think him is talking in like Simlish perhaps. 3 minutes on this next soul. We'll probably see a fight there. The question is, do these teams look to fight at this dragon or at this Baron? And if so, who wants this fight more?
True. I mean, like where? It's just gonna be the battle for vision, right? For like, who knows
This
how long.
fucking
We're
bear
actually
is
gonna
so
see
fast.
My
With that
gosh.
Dead Man's Plate, just and out of the Senna E, clearing out the vision. So right now, this is their section of the jungle looking to get this ward. But Banana Man actually gonna hit the Baron. Bit of a heads up play there. It's a little savvy damage being done there by the Baron. Just gonna get healed up there right away. And just this lull, we're likely just going to kind of see these teams just play tit for tat. Ooh, Solar Flare does come out into the Fate Sealed. Cryo does get caught. So much shielding coming through from the center, but look at this teleport coming in from Clickbait up, but it does get stopped by Rin. Absolutely massive. It might save the fight there, but we're just going to watch this 1v1 in the bot side. Flash has come out from the Renekton. Can they survive? Slice and Dice not going to do enough. That's going to be a shutdown, and they're still fighting up there at the top, so we'll have to see how that goes, but someone needs to get down there right now and deal with this Gwen, or they're going to lose this series.
Oh my gosh, are we going to see something similar? Cryo coming back, looking to stop.
Oh, and he's looking to go in, and he's actually just going to get shredded by the Hunk. And now that is going to be the tower. That's going to be the inhib. They got to get back before they lose their base.
Oh my god.
And now the pings are coming out. Nightmares are using this opportunity. They're looking to go to this Baron. Gwen doesn't have the TP to go and force an end there, but they're looking to start up this Baron and make that soul fight just that much easier. You have the teleport from Cryo. You have the teleport on the Renekton. There are opportunities here. Kaisa doing the poke. Very frightening. Doing their best. Leona trying to soak up the damage where they can. Gwen, the Hunk, is here. There's your first teleport coming through from the Renekton. No. R is getting popped there by the Hunk, and Jurith just dies on the spot. Baron gets picked up. Solar Flare connects onto the Senna. I believe Lil Deer is going to be next. Rin looking to dodge the curtain call. Cannot do it. Triple kill over to Clickbait. And now these towers under so much pressure. All you have left is the Kaisa, is the Aurelion Soul, and you've got Soul in 45 seconds.
My gosh, Clickbait God showing off his name. Triple kill. Oh, we're gonna
Big
see
R gonna get popped there. Cryo.
Oh, the big dive. Is it the unofficial Penta?
Not yet. Kai'Sa's still alive. Going to look to do as much damage as they can. Flash in from
good
Starstro.
flash!
Counter R from Very Frightening does pick up the kill, but that is 4 members with those grubs,
hold
with that
strong.
Baron. They have to hold on as
7
best they can.
seconds.
5 seconds on this the Senna, but this first tower is going to crumble. 1 tower left to save your series here. Reinforcements are slowly coming back on the map, and they're going to fall back towards this Soul.
I mean, we're at a position where it is insane.
Now there is this brief timer here where there is no jungler, but looks like they're going to start making their way over towards this dragon. It is the Hextech Soul, which, if Gwen wasn't enough of a threat without the Hextech Soul, certainly going to be causing way more problems with it. Well, let's see if they look to contest this.
I mean, this is the position. I mean, this is kind of like what I was stating earlier. You're getting to this point where this Kai'Sa or this Gwen can do it all at the moment. This is just going to be the dragon going over to the side of high alert. We're in a position where the game could be a series on the line. What will nice Narwhals dude do to be able to counteract this?
Gonna have to look for one big team fight. Renekton has to keep that Gwen at bay. I think if it's a 4v4, I do think that the Narwhals can win that fight. But this Gwen is such a massive threat. You have the Guardian Angel on the Renekton. They're looking to push out top. They have the other 2 inhibs. Last line of defense here for the Narwhals. Can they get the job done?
Yeah, you're going to put yourself in this 1-4 position. You have to make a decision if you're the nice Narwhals. I mean, the bot... Top lane's coming down in. Gwen's going to be pushing bot at the best of their ability. What can you do? What can you achieve with this moment of split? Banana Man's going to look to go in.
And Jareth is looking to maybe go in, going to change their mind, not looking to force that one. But look at this base. The Baron up minions doing damage. Blue tower is destroyed. That is all the tier 3s down. And Jareth is making their call here. They're going in onto the Yone, shielding coming through. And that's going to be a R over the top from the Asol. Fates call, gets popped before he dies. And this fight is so split. Cryo going over the top. Very Frightening is doing a ton of work here on the backside. Going to kill them all, but now the Hunk has shown up. Double kill over to Very Frightening. And now everyone has to flee and scatter. No, they cannot. Very Frightening just got eviscerated, and Cryo is trying to dissuade them. Flash and Barrier coming in from the Jhin, going to get popped, but
and solid efforts for sure.
Does get out, and all that is left is the Gwen.
Yeah, open Nexus, getting in one of these positions where you could see a backdoor moment. Everyone is, I mean, Very Frightening. Putting it on, I mean, a very solid effort. Ended up getting the 3-stack needlework to the dome. Didn't last much longer, unfortunately. Obviously, that is sums used for the Jhin as well. I mean, you're still in this good position. The Banana Man did get caught at the start of that fight. Great opportunity. Just encapsulating the opportunity that was given to them by engaging on the Yone, who did get off his fate sealed, but it didn't matter in the end.
Yeah, open Nexus, such a hard spot in the game to be. You have to be able to keep vision on this Gwen. You have to be able to track him, and maybe you look to maybe 1v5 him here. They do catch him, and Cryo just going to get popped. The ASOR does connect, and that is going to be a popped Gwen, maybe biting off more you can chew there on the Hunk. And that's a window here where maybe they can look to fight. It is 4v4. You did use the big ASOR. But
I mean, you use 4 ultimates realistically. Dominus used. We used our Senna ultimate, Asol ultimate, Poly. That's just showing you how strong the clickbait god is currently going on right now. Holy smokes, he is popping off.
Yeah, and with no Baron, no Dragon to fight over, there's really not a whole lot that you can do with that pick. It is a big shutdown, and it did go over to the player you want that on this Kai'Sa. Now sitting at that full build, has the 5 items. You love to see that. We'll have to see how this next fight goes, as Baron is our next play on the map. About 45 seconds here. Yeah, Gwen just playing with Monopoly money at this point. Yeah, 22,000 gold there over the course of this game. And now the Nightmares are setting up the Death Brush. They're looking to catch this Volibear, catch the Senna, trying to walk in. It's so tough.
That's a good bush right there. That might be the best bush on the map.
It is. Hurts a little bit cheesy, but they've decided to give it up. They're looking to just play it slow. Gwen is back on the map, and they're just going to pop the R off the rip. Dominus does get popped in response. This 1v1 likely goes in the favor of the Gwen, but how much time can they buy? Ignite is ticking. Ignite is popping the Guardian Angel, and Renekton is likely to fall here shortly thereafter, looking to do what they can. Pops the slice and dice with the W, but they are going to get popped, shut down, and now they're on this timer. 4v4 mid lane. Gwen is going to look to push. There is nowhere to teleport to, for a backdoor in that Nexus, but they're not looking to backdoor. They're just looking to run it down their throats.
Yeah, you just need to create your space and grab it so Gwen can meet you up at this Baron. I would imagine that should be our play with the... Oh, we're actually just going to go for the end.
Yeah, they're just looking
It's
for
an
the
open
end.
Nexus.
Open Nexus teleport. 5 members. You're just looking to get one inhib and walk it down, and this mid inhib is going to evaporate courtesy of the Gwen, and they're looking to get the top one and then look to just end the game. 20 seconds on this Renekton. Can they hold for long enough? They are going to certainly try their best. Cryo is spitting as they can, but Gwen is on this tower. The Hung, they're going in Fate Sealed. So many split plays here. They pick out the Cryo. They pick out the jungler. They're fighting them one by one, and that is going to be a series win for the Nightmares.
Wow. What a series to be had. I mean, a good win. That will secure the Nightmares playoffs for sure. So, I mean, a great victory from them. Clickbait God. I mean, I'm not going to say much, but I think with the 69,000 damage, he has to be the MVP.
Yeah, of course.
In my mind.
The stat screen not going to allow me to pull up the graphs, but just look at that damage, and it really kind of tells the story here for Clickbait God.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just did more than the rest of the team combined. Very, very strong performance, and that game too, very, very back and forth. Definitely the Narwhals shown they can hang with the best here in Financial. They still have plenty of season left to play, plenty of time to make it into those playoffs. But good series win here for the Nightmares, and I do believe that secures them a ticket to playoffs.
Yeah, what a great win. What a great series. Do we want to do an interview?
I mean, I'm always down to do an interview. If anyone from the
we want the guy.
Well, we'll let them decide if the Nightmares are listening and anyone would like to come on the interview. Any one person, just to clarify. We will pull you up, ask you a couple questions, and I do see them in community, so I will just go ahead and pull them up. There are about 4,000 channels in the server, though, so it's hard to find the right one. But there we are. Clickbait, welcome to the broadcast booth. How are you feeling?
Hello. Feeling pretty good. Though I mean that last game very sloppy on my part, but managed to pull it through in the end.
Well, you say it went pretty sloppy, but I mean, the Gwen was kind of a little bit of Thanos at certain points of that game. Every ult getting popped in that 1v5 bot. Yeah, 2-0 series win. I think both games were pretty competitive. Kind of back and forth around the objectives. You guys kind of found a way to secure the dubs in both games. How I guess game 2 I'll ask about, because you got the couple kills top, and then Renekton kind of had those counter punches, and then Renekton got really strong. Like, kind of what was the mentality like there for you in the top lane?
Yeah, so I think I tried to ego check a little bit too hard and didn't respect the Renekton champ enough, and that champion level 6 do be pretty crazy, as I'm sure Barry could attest to. Yeah. I mean, I was super unhappy with some of those plays I had. Those deaths were almost game losing, but then the one play where I managed to get the top tier 2 and the ASOL kill, that really got me back into the game from those grief plays.
Yep, Bear. I'll give it to you.
I think I have 2 questions right now. I'll start off with my first one is, are we horking right now?
We are so horking. We're
horking right now. It feels great. Congratulations on your ticket to playoffs. You punched it with that second game. 69,000 damage. What? You played well in the first game too. I was a little bit late to it, but what's your ideal playoff situation look like for yourself? What teams are you excited to face into playoffs? And then yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. So I've been looking at Omega I'm forgetting.
Mega Gaming.
Yeah, Omega Gaming. If they're I don't remember seeing them before in LBLCS. I don't know if that was just me being blind or what, but I don't recognize any of the names. So I'd be excited, and they're doing super well in their groups. So they're a group that their team I'm looking at and seeing how our if we end up matching them at some point in the playoffs, how the match would go. And I would love a rematch with Team Chaos at some point, because well, due to some circumstances we did not play the best in our series against them, so I would love to run it back again against them. But yeah, those are the two teams I look forward to the most in terms of playoffs.
Love it.
Yeah, Bear stealing my signature question. Always love to hear, especially as we get towards like this time in the playoffs. I was talking about it when LeChance was covering for Bear's tardiness. We're kind of ending that like phase 1 of the season where like you get really familiar with the teams in your group and kind of like who's better than who has those advantages over each other. But once you get to like phase 2, it's kind of the Wild West, and you're dealing with teams that you haven't seen a single game of, and you're kind of just like box score checking, trying to figure out who's the best, and different matchups. It's really exciting stuff. Certainly, I believe you guys have locked your spot here tonight. Should be an exciting playoff picture in Financial. There's a lot of good teams, and I'm excited for it as a caster, and hopefully as a player. Still eligible for playoffs. It's gotta get there though. So I think
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I'm pretty much out of questions here tonight. I don't know if Clickbait, if you got any shout outs you want to give us, now's the time.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say on stream so that it's forever immortalized. But I am very proud of you, Banana Man. You have been playing very well and not dying as much to ganks. I am very happy to see the changes over the last even 2 weeks. They've been extremely significant. And and I forgot to mention Bear, your team. I'm excited.
Oh
Flawless
yeah.
record, huh?
Someone's gonna break it.
Yep, it's gonna be us if you match us. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, rest of the team, Balrog, Dot, very 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 good job. I hope Dot, I pray for you not be on Ash Jail anymore, and Star, I pray for you not be on Vi Jail anymore.
Yeah,
right, that's my spiel.
No, appreciate that. Giving some shout outs to the teammates. Love the humble showings. And with that, everybody, I believe that's going to wrap us up here for the night. Appreciate everyone who stuck around. Again, we were joined by LeChance, swapped into Bear. It was a time. It was a great series. And that's going to wrap us up for the night. So with that, I bid you guys adieu. And Bear, take us off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.